Today we're breaking down the top entry-level certifications you can't ignore in 2026. We're going to rank them from least helpful to most helpful, but we're going to do it with a twist. Our goal is not just for the certifications, but it's about getting that job as quick as possible. Which one is going to help me land that entry-level position in cybersecurity? That's what it's all about. All right, coming in at number 9, one of my personal favorites, but probably not the best for entry level. It's not going to get you the job. It's not going to help you out near as well as other ones, but it's still in there. CySA. It's great certification. I love it. It's a solid certification, but it's probably not the best choice for beginners just entering the field. Now, I often tell my college students, look, go get CySA before you graduate. But that's like number 3 on the list. It's not even number 1 or number 2. And technically, after reviewing this list, it's probably closer to number 4. It's valuable in your career. It's definitely going to put you a leg ahead. But as far as the top one, it's not there. It's not there at all. Coming in at number 8, SC 900. It gives you a lightweight overview of Microsoft security, identity, and compliance. It's useful in Azure-heavy equipment, networks, environments. But by itself, it's probably not going to get you hired. Think of it as more of a supporting certification, not as that job landing certification that we all are looking for, especially for brand new entry level. I put it a little bit higher than CySA, but I got to be honest with you, it barely edges it out. I think I would still prefer CySA unless I'm in an area where I'm very much like dead set on Microsoft, and a lot of companies are. So it's definitely something that if your dream job or your dream company or the area you're around is like Microsoft heavy, that's probably where it's going to win out. But if you're looking more for a SOC environment, more of a security related field, I feel like CySA is still going to beat you out a little bit. But those two are pretty much neck and neck. Number 7, AWS Cloud Practitioner, right? It's great for cloud awareness, but not really a cybersecurity certification. Again, a useful add-on, especially since cloud is 70% of modern attack surfaces, but it's not going to get you hired alone. I would pair this with another certification, probably Security Plus, probably something else that's more security-centric, but again, by itself, it's probably not going to land you that job. And that's top 7, 8, and 9. All 3 of those come in play. Again, if you're more interested in cloud over SOC, AWS. If you're more interested in Microsoft over cloud, probably Microsoft FC's 900. Now, this is a new one coming in at number 6. This is a new kid on the block, and I haven't had a lot of experience with it, but I'm hearing a lot of good things about it. Blue Team Level 1. It's one of the best hands-on defensive certifications available, or so they say. I have to be blunt here. I have not taken this certification, but it is definitely on my list for 2026. You're going to practice real SOC tests like SOC analyst, threat hunting, using SIEM tools. However, there is a downside. It's not widely recognized by most HR departments. I think this is going to be great for skill building. It's probably not the fastest for job getting, and I really want to come in and look at this one and compare it to CySA. The only reason this one ranks above CySA is because I'm hearing so much hype about it. But is that just marketing, or is it actually hands-on activity? I gotta be honest with you. When it comes to CySA, and this is where I'm going to compare it to, CySA is not a lot of hands-on. And I keep hearing people tell me, Blue Team Level 1, lots of hands-on when it comes into it. And that's why I ranked it a little bit higher than CySA. But I got to be honest with you, I'm still a big fan of CySA. I really want to take this certification. It's really on my top for 2026. Number 5, Junior Pentester, EGPT version 2. If you're aiming to become a pen tester, this is probably the first step you want to take. It's 100% hands-on, no multiple choice questions, and it proves that you can actually use the tools. But unfortunately, where it comes into play and where it comes into its downside is its penetration testing. And I can't help but overstate this every single time. Look, you're not getting an entry-level job fresh out of college with no cybersecurity doing pen testing unless you know somebody, unless you're related to somebody. Is it a valuable certification? Yes. If you want to do pen testing, is it one I would definitely put on my plate? Yes. Do I think it's going to get you a job out of college, or your first job is going to be a pen testing job? No. No, I don't. Not at all. Not even a little bit. I'm going to say less than 1%. So why then did I rank it number 5 rather than number 6? And I think it just has to do with its name recognition. It really does. Most people, most HR departments, they know what JPT is. They've heard it before. They really haven't heard of Blue Team Level 1 just yet. I think over time, I think for 2027, we're going to see those edge out, those penetration testing certifications. I think this is one that my students love. They love this one a lot because it's pen testing, and I think a lot of people relate pen testing to cybersecurity, but that's not really the case. And so it's still low. It's still low. I've checked into this one. It's not my favorite, and the reason is because 90% of jobs are defensive in nature, not offensive in nature, and so I feel like a lot of students waste a lot of their time, especially if they want entry-level positions, on certifications like this, and I just want to smack them in the back of the head. I really do. I just don't think it's a valuable certification. Coming in at number 4, Cisco Cyber Ops Associate, right? Cyber Ops, fantastic certification for SOC analyst. It teaches packet analysis, detection workflows, SIEM fundamentals. It really prepares you for those job-ready skills in a SOC environment. The reason it's not higher on the list is simply recognition, right? It's respected, but it's not in our top 3. Definitely not in the top 3. I think it's going to get there. The problem with Cisco, and the thing with Cisco has always had this issue, is it's all for Cisco equipment. And so it's not vendor neutral. And I think that's where Cisco really shoots themselves in the foot when it comes to their certifications. It's not at all vendor neutral. And so it's landing right there at number 4. It's still better than Junior Pen Tester. And I would very much like to see whether or not it comes in better than Blue Team. I really do. We'll find out for 2027, though. I have no doubt in my mind. All right, number 3, ISC Squared Certified Cybersecurity. This is ISC Squared CC, becoming a massive resume booster for beginners. It's affordable, it's globally recognized, it pairs perfectly with Security Plus, but on its own, it's usually not enough to land a job. I feel like this is going to be my new kind of movement towards this direction, and I think the reason is because typically, I tell students in the college level, I'm like, hey, before you graduate, you should have 3 certifications, and I tell them Network Plus. Like far and behind, get Network Plus first, then Sec Plus, and then usually I tell them to go for CySA, but if they really, really want to, then I usually tell them to go for CEH or even OSCP if they really want to go down that line. But I think I'm getting ready to change. I think for this year, my students are going to hear a new rhetoric coming out of my mouth. I think I'm going to go Network Plus, Security Plus, and then ISC Squared Certified in Cybersecurity. I think that's the direction I'm going to go. I think that the recognition that ISC Squared has done with this certification has actually crawled it out of the depths, because if you look at my 2025 video, I was like, it's okay, I don't know. But a lot happens in a year, and they've done a lot of good job with marketing, and I think that's where it comes into play. So definitely in my number 3 right off the bat. All right, number 2, Google Cybersecurity Professional Certification. I'll be honest, I picked on this one. I was the naysayer for 2025 and 2024 on this one when it came down to this. So I think the only one that I ranked worse in pure entry-level, true entry-level cybersecurity certifications was Microsoft. I think Google was like just ahead of them, but they've done a lot on their resume building. They've done a lot on Coursera, and they've really kind of come through, and it's becoming very, very widely recognized and has skyrocketed in popularity for good reason. It includes hands-on, SOC labs, SIEM work, Python, SQL, and detection workflows, and hiring managers love seeing it in their portfolios. They love the labs, they love the projects, and you've got Google's name on it. And Google has done a lot of great things with name recognition. They've really kind of come through and really kind of amped up their process when it comes to this certification. And so it's no longer on my list as being worse than a lot of other certifications. Do I still think it's number 2? Do I still think it beats out Security Plus? And I think you know the answer to that one. No, it doesn't, right? I mean, let's be honest here. And people often tell me, like, should I get both Security Plus and Google? And before I used to say no. Do I think it could be useful? It depends on the cost. It really does. I think Security Plus still has the number 1 slot by far and wide. They've done great jobs with marketing. It's very much requested. It's an entry-level certification for cybersecurity. It's required for DoD jobs. It satisfies HR filters. It's recognized across the industry over and over again. It's considered that gold standard for SOC Tier 1 certifications. And if your job is to land that job in 2026 and you're looking at it going, I want to work in cybersecurity, I gotta tell you, it's my go-to. Security Plus is still the best certification with the biggest return on investment when it comes to certifications in cybersecurity. Hands down, go Sec Plus. If you have to pick one, Sec Plus is the one I would pick. All right, that's it for 2026 for beginners. Look forward to seeing my intermediate next one. We'll see you again. I'm Dr. K.